Trump, huh?
Yeah, they're trying to make it so he can't run in 2024. I don't understand it though, man. Like if they already figured out how to hack the system, right, and count votes after, after hours, like why would you have to do all that extra stuff and impeach him? You know what I'm saying? But they going extra on him. They want to make sure that he's not going to run. But like the MAGAs, like they're really on some like dynasty type stuff where they're like Donald J. Trump Jr. gonna run, his little man's gonna run, his wife gonna run, his sister gonna run. Like we're gonna have Trump for like 100 years, bro. Them MAGAs are different, bro.
Family.
Yeah, they different, bro. They like I ain't never seen nothing like it before, man.
Yeah,
that's wild. So the impeachment started, right?
Yeah,
you been keeping up with it?
I have not. I'm gonna be honest. I have not. I don't really care.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Like whatever. Like he's already out. Like, come on, that's it.
Right.
On to the next one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But man, the way they was, I read some of the stuff that they were saying, and one dude, he was crying, because yeah, they're basically saying that well, and this could be true. I mean,
the dude was testified, right?
At the end of the day, if you're at work and you got a stampede of people coming to your job, you're gonna be a little fearful for your life and be like, yo, what's going on right now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what can happen. It can go left real quick. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's just you and like a pen and a stapler. Like, that's it. That's all you got.
Right.
Yeah. So, I've been in that position, bro. I've been in that position here in Cali, bro. Some dudes try to roll up on me in my math class, bro, and all I had was a pencil. Like
you gotta go John Wick. John Wick or Joker. Those are your options.
Yeah. I pulled out my little number 2 pencil, man. I was like, let's go, and thank God that nothing happened. My teacher stepped in and stopped. They called security and everything else. So I know how that dude felt. I know that feeling, man. Where just like, whoa, chill. You know what I mean? It's like,
isn't AOC's running with that too, right?
Like, she was like 2 blocks down the street. Yeah, come on, man. She from your hood too, right?
Yeah, she from the Bronx.
Unfortunately,
she from your borough, man. She repping that. What's she repping that? Co-op City or something?
Nah, she on the other side, no.
She on the other
side?
Yeah.
That's wild, man. So she said her life flashed before her eyes and everything. 2 blocks away. That's crazy. That must have been like a crazy protest, huh?
Wait, she wasn't even around. She wasn't even in the building.
Nah, her building is like right down the street, man. You know what I mean? So it's like it must have been wild out there. If you look out your window and you're like, whoa, I'm scared for my life.
I was reading that CNN or the prosecutors, they have some new video footage that they haven't released yet.
Oh yeah.
Which shows more of what was happening. So
what's in that video? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Why y'all holding on to that?
You keeping up with the story, Stephen?
A little bit here and there, like because I have my father-in-law. Like I said, we came from Maryland, and my wife's best friend, she used to do like tours to in the DC area. Yeah. So she knew better than I did. Like, yo, like the security there is no joke. Like a lot of those places where those like protesters and stuff were, like you can't go there. Like they won't let you in there. You know what I'm saying? So like the people in DC more than anybody, especially the black people in DC, they know like, yo, they let these people do what? They got how far? Like they were like blown away. Like, and people brought up this other story about this lady who got shot and killed after making a U-turn in the wrong street. You know what I'm saying? In that area, like near the Capitol. Like there's just areas just not supposed to go. And a lot of people were upset because they're like, yo, if a group of black people showed up and tried to go where they were on those steps at all, like they probably would have been gunned down or something. Like you just don't like security stops you right there, like dead in your tracks. Like you don't go that far. So that's why it was just like, how they did what? Like it's mind blowing for like, you know, like I said, my wife's best friend and my father-in-law, he used to work in the Capitol area, like in DC. Like he works with like disabled people who are handicapped, but they have jobs. So he kind of like, you know, kind of not babysits, but he like watches, make sure that they're actually on task, doing what they need to do, and they can get home on time and all that type of stuff. But they like clean up in the Capitol building and stuff like that. So he knows about like the area, and him too. Yeah. He was just like, they got where? How did they do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I'm looking at the story right now. Miriam Carey shot 26 times.
Yeah.
Doing a U-turn?
Yeah, I think there's some extra stuff in there, but essentially.
Wow. Wow.
Miriam Carey was shot 26 times by law enforcement near the Capitol in 2013. Yo, that's crazy, fam.
Contrast of fate to the treatment of January 6th. Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, that one lady got shot. That was the only lady, right? Or was it two people?
What you mean?
In the rioters?
In the actual riot. It was like one or two people that got shot, right?
Yeah, I think the rioters lost like one person and the cops lost like 5.
Yeah,
but
2 of them
was like something like that.
Was that like because of suicide or something? Or they were all shot or killed by people there?
I forget details. You gotta.
Yeah,
I might be wrong about 5.
Yeah, I think you're right about the number, but I think a lot of them it was suicide, like after the fact.
We had potted on it was two individual, 3 cops that had committed suicide,
and there was another one recently too.
Yeah, and then the other ones, I guess they got ran over by or stampede or whatever.
Oh yeah!
Oh, wow! Crazy.
Wow,
yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do y'all see what's his name? Senator Marco Rubio. He wanted to introduce a bill to suspend gun rights of anyone who has been investigated for domestic terrorism.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like he's a Republican, right?
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah, that's so surprising. Like for a Republican to have any kind of bill that limits gun rights. Like I'm so surprised.
Right.
But I'm not really feeling it because, you know, again, historically in America, whenever there's some kind of law that restricts, you know, pretty much anything, but especially guns, they're going to use it to try to keep specific black people from getting guns. You know what I'm saying? So right. So when I hear like, oh, if you've been investigated for, I'm like, hold up, just investigated? That's it?
Right.
Like you don't have to go any further than that. Like, shoot, black people ain't gonna have no more guns. Like we're all considered domestic terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even have to kill people. Black Lives Matter has no body count, and we're domestic. Domestic terrorists. You know what I'm saying?
There was a couple of people killed during the BLM riots, shot and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like you're not gonna. So like, if somebody gets killed during a BLM riot, it's not like BLM is claiming it. Like, yeah, you know, we took them out because you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not offering demands. They're not. You know, there's no ransom note. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like BLM has a statement on the website where they're like, yeah, people get killed.
Like Al-Qaeda. Right.
On the contrast, if you go to the website, you hear stuff like, don't break anything, don't riot, don't do this, don't do that. So it's like, and of course, they're not going to publicly say like, looting is bad. They're not going to publicly say that because they don't want to discredit or silence the people who loot because they're hungry. But at the same time, they're not exactly endorsing it either. There's some people who will, but they're not, as an organization, they're not endorsing like looting and rioting and stuff like that. Right. They're just saying like, look, they're just saying it's a natural consequence when you starve people and when you don't give people justice and when you know what I'm saying? So they won't like reprimand it, but they're not gonna like endorse it either because their website clearly says don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're coming out with us, don't do none of this stuff.
Wasn't there some comments that were going around of them saying like, yeah, do what you got to do or whatever, like one of the leaders or something like that?
Yeah, like I said, there might be some, because that's the other thing too. They're decentralized, so like you might have one leader in one town who's saying like, yeah, if you need to go do blah blah blah, then go do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you go to the website, it's not going to say that because that's not what they stand for as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I saw some people were hungry for Gucci. You see them hit the Louis store and the Gucci store, the Nike store. I saw a couple people running up in there.
Crazy.
Yo, but going back to that Trump thing, man. Did you guys know that they found some pipe bombs? Yeah. And the FBI found it. The FBI knew about this before Trump even gave his speech.
Wow.
So that kind of discredits their case. You know what I'm saying? Like people were already planning to attack before he even gave his speech. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
But there was also a rumor that they had chats already happening, like Telegram and different chats are already conspiring to do things.
Word.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, they came in from out of town. It's not like they showed up and then all of a sudden it turned into, hey, let's rush the Capitol. Like cats came with like zip tie handcuffs and bombs and everything else. It's not like they were just like, it's not like they came and like, oh, you know what? While we're here, I was just thinking, I think I found some zip tie handcuffs over here. Like maybe we should rush in like they didn't come up with this stuff. Like they came from out of town on private jets and stuff to do this. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come up with it on the fly. Like it was planned out. They definitely
it's possible. I don't think that everybody who was there to riot or to storm the Capitol.
Definitely not.
But I do think that there were people there who took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying in regards to the bomb is that what the Democrats were saying was that it was Trump's speech which agitated the people. But if the FBI was already following people and the FBI already had evidence and they found a bomb or a couple of bombs, you know what I'm saying? Then you can't really attribute that to Trump's speech. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely not.
People were already planning to do that, from jump, that's the only thing. That's my only takeaway from it. When I found out that the FBI was already following people, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. Like they've been knowing about this. They just let it happen because it's not the first time that the government has known about something and they just let it happen. You know what I mean? Like, Dr. King's murder, Pearl Harbor. You know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of things that the government allowed to happen just so that it would create an environment for them to be able to pass laws and legislation and whatnot. You know what I mean? But I'm with you. I definitely agree with you, Stephen, with the whole gun control thing, because we saw that here in Cali during the Reagan administration. Well, not the Reagan administration, when he was governor of California, with the Black Panthers. And when they were standing in front of courts, in front of federal buildings, with exercising their constitutional rights, the NRA and Ronald Reagan decided that we should probably ban that because we got black men with firearms. You know what I'm saying? And so that definitely affected people of color. You know what I mean? And I could definitely see this happening as well, because what is a domestic terrorist? Like, how do you define that? You know what I mean? And you're not even found guilty yet, right? Like what happened to our 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment rights? You know what I'm saying? Like you just suspected of being a domestic terrorist, and then all of a sudden all your rights are just stripped away. Yeah, I'm not rocking with that, man. Republican or Democrat or whoever, I'm not That's tyranny, you know what I mean? And like all these people who say they pro-America, you know what I mean? Like you need to watch out for dudes like that.
You
You
need
know
to check your man.
Yeah, for real.
You're gonna have to send them to the other side with that kind of thought.
Right.
Yeah, again, that's why I was surprised. I was like, wait, he's a Republican putting this out? I'm like, oh.
Right.
I mean, maybe he's trying to make it seem like, okay, fine, I get it. It's there's people on the right who are doing this stuff. Maybe we should make a law. Like maybe he felt like he had to do something to make it seem like we're not cool with this insurrection stuff.
No, right,
you know?
right.
But again, it's too far. And at the end of the day, like even though he's making it because of some stuff that a group of majority white people did, like black people are probably going to end up taking the L for it. So yeah, I'm not feeling that law either.
Yeah.